In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 MLB games happening on June 21st, 2024, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 MLB games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start, if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. New York Mets versus Chicago Cubs. 2 National League teams, both vying for playoff positions in a tight race, are set to begin a weekend series in the north side of Chicago, famously known as the Windy City. The New York Mets will be on the road, facing off against the Chicago Cubs in the first game of a 3-game series this Friday afternoon. Recently, New York missed an opportunity to sweep the Texas Rangers, losing 5-3 in the final game of their series on Wednesday night. Conversely, the Cubs clinched their series against the San Francisco Giants at home, securing a 6-5 victory in the deciding game on Wednesday afternoon. Earlier this season, from April 29th to May 2nd, these teams split a 4-game series at Citi Field. In his only start against the Mets, Imanaga was highly effective, securing a win by pitching 7 scoreless innings and striking out 7 batters. On the other hand, Quintana remains winless in his 8 starts against the Cubs. The Cubs have dominated recent matchups at home, winning 3 of their last 4 games against the Mets and allowing only 2 runs in 4 of their last 6 encounters. Chicago's pitchers have been particularly effective against New York hitters, posting a 2.05 earned run average and a 1.07 WHIP over their last 5 matchups. This season, the Cubs pitching staff has excelled at Wrigley Field, ranking 5th in the league with a home earned run average of 3.29. In contrast, Mets pitchers have struggled on the road, ranking in the bottom half of the league with a 4.13 earned run average. New York has lost 4 of their last 6 road series and were swept by the Cleveland Guardians last month. Meanwhile, the Cubs have won 56.8% of their home games this season, while the Mets have lost over 50% of their games against the spread in 2024. The Mets had been on a roll before losing their series finale against the Rangers, showing stronger offensive performance on the road compared to home. Quintana, who once played for the Cubs, will start for New York and has a solid track record at Wrigley Field. However, the Mets face a challenge with Imanaga, who has been dominant at home this season, issuing only 2 walks in 7 starts. The Cubs gained momentum by winning the last 2 games against the Giants, including a strong performance by Hendricks on Wednesday. Consequently, the Chicago Cubs money line is our full game side pick. Earlier this season, Imanaga delivered a stellar performance against the Mets, pitching 7 scoreless innings. Quintana has a career earned run average of 3.17 in 8 starts against the Cubs, and in his most recent outing against them, he allowed just 1 hit and struck out 7 over 6 innings. In their 4-game series earlier this season, 3 games went under the run total, with only 24 total runs scored. The Cubs limited the Mets to 1 run or fewer twice in that series. Recently, the Mets have struggled to score at Wrigley, managing only 2 runs in 3 of their last 4 visits. Over their last 5 games against the Cubs, the Mets have a meager .195 batting average and a .301 slugging percentage. Both teams rank in the lower half of the league in several offensive categories, making a high-scoring game unlikely. The Cubs pitching staff, ranking 5th in home earned run average, should further limit the Mets' scoring chances. The Cubs have also gone under the run total in 10 of their last 12 games. Entering Thursday, the Mets had a 37-34-2 record with the over this season. They rank 11th in the majors with an average of 4.62 runs per game, a number that rises to 5.61 runs per game on the road, the highest in the majors. Their average total is 9.33 runs per game, which increases to 10.91 runs per game away from Citi Field. Conversely, the Cubs entered Thursday with a 40-32-3 record with the under in their 75 games. They are 21st in the majors, averaging 4.2 runs per game, which slightly increases to 4.32 runs per game at home. The Cubs' average total is 8.59 runs per game, dropping to 8.13 runs at home. With winds expected to blow inward on Friday afternoon, Imanaga is likely to keep the Mets' offense in check, pointing towards a lower scoring game. Therefore, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Arizona Diamondbacks versus Philadelphia Phillies. A pair of National League rivals are set to clash on the baseball field as they kick off a weekend series in Philadelphia. famously known as the city of brotherly love. The Arizona Diamondbacks are poised for a successful outing. I have little confidence in Walker, whose earned run average sits at a concerning 5.33. Although he allowed only 3 runs in his last appearance, I expect him to concede more in this game. In contrast, Montgomery showed impressive form in his previous start, surrendering only 1 run. He is likely to perform strongly again. The Phillies' offense will be a significant factor, but ultimately, the Diamondbacks are expected to prevail. Therefore, the Arizona Diamondbacks money line is our full game side pick. Entering Thursday's games, Arizona has seen the under hit 36 times, along with 36 overs and 2 pushes in their 74 games this season. The Diamondbacks rank 6th in the majors for runs scored per game, averaging 4.81 runs, contributing to an average total of 9.54 runs per game. On the road, they average 4.73 runs per game, with a typical total of 9.14 runs per contest. Philadelphia, on the other hand, has seen the under hit 37 times, overs 32 times, and 5 pushes in their 74 games this season. The Phillies are 4th in the league for runs scored per game, averaging 5 runs, with an overall average total of 8.64 runs per game. At home, Philadelphia averages 5.36 runs per game, with an average total of 8.87 runs per contest. With 2 above-average lineups facing off against 2 subpar pitchers, as indicated by this season's statistics, expect a high-scoring game. Taijuan Walker will start for Philadelphia in the series opener against the struggling Diamondbacks. In his last outing, he gave up 3 runs on 6 hits and 2 walks, striking out 4 over 5.2 innings in a loss to the Baltimore Orioles. Despite an early 2-0 lead, Walker failed to maintain it. He has pitched into the 6th inning in his last 2 starts but has not recorded a quality start or a win since May 11th. This season, he has a 5.33 earned run average, a 1.45 WHIP, and a 40-18 Kelvin BB ratio over 49 innings. He faces one of the most potent lineups in baseball, as Philadelphia ranks 4th in OPS and has Trea Turner back in the lineup. The total has gone over in 6 of Arizona's last 9 road games. Therefore, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Chicago White Sox vs. Detroit Tigers. The Chicago White Sox are set to arrive in Detroit to face their division rivals, the Tigers, in a 3-game series that kicks off on Friday night. This matchup is significant as it marks the 2nd time these Central Division foes will meet this season. In their previous encounter at the end of March, the Tigers dominated, sweeping the 3-game series. Interestingly, the upcoming series will feature the same starting pitching duel from their last clash, which resulted in a narrow 3-2 victory for the Tigers. During that game, Flaherty made an impressive team debut by striking out 7 batters and allowing only 1 run and 4 hits over 6 innings. Since then, he has become increasingly effective, particularly over the last month and a half. Currently, Flaherty boasts a streak of 16 2/3 scoreless innings and will be facing the league's least productive offense. Several factors favor the Tigers in this game. Notably, they will benefit from a rest advantage, having had a day off at home, while the White Sox were busy battling the Astros on Thursday. Detroit's starting pitcher, Jack Flaherty, has been a powerhouse on the mound this season. He ranks 8th in the league in strikeouts and has issued only 11 walks over 77 innings. Given the White Sox's struggles with run production, Flaherty is expected to dominate. Conversely, Eric Fed will start for Chicago. Although Fed's record appears strong, it is somewhat deceptive as the White Sox have lost 4 of their last 5 games with him pitching. Fed has fewer strikeouts despite more innings pitched and has failed to record a scoreless game in his last 4 outings, a critical issue for a team that scores so few runs. Therefore, the Detroit Tigers money line is our full game side pick. This game is anticipated to be low-scoring, with both teams deploying one of their top pitchers. Eric Fed, pitching for the White Sox, has been consistently let down by his team's offense this season. Despite allowing 3 or fewer runs in 4 of his last 5 starts, his team's lack of run support has hampered their ability to win. Additionally, Fed's efforts are often undermined by the bullpen, as evidenced by his 5-1 record that does not accurately reflect the team's performance. On the other hand, Jack Flaherty will start for the Tigers, and they have won 4 of his last 5 starts. Flaherty has displayed excellent control, striking out 100 batters while issuing only 11 walks, and has not allowed any runs in his last 3 games. Given that the White Sox rank last in run production and 25th in home runs, while the Tigers are slightly better at 20th in run production and 24th in home runs, a low-scoring game seems likely. The White Sox have gone under the total in 6 of their last 8 games, and the Tigers have done the same in 6 of their last 7. In their first series this season, the 2 teams averaged 6.3 total runs per game, with the under hitting in 2 out of 3 games. Despite being the first series of the season, neither team has shown significant offensive improvement since then. The White Sox's offense remains the least productive in the league, scoring 3 runs or fewer in 7 of their last 9 games. Detroit's offense has also struggled recently, being shut out twice and scoring 1 run or fewer in 5 of their last 6 games. Given these trends and the strong pitching expected, under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.